everyone, welcome to Onyx Pages. I'm in Jerry and it is Sunday. I'm sitting at a restaurant. I just got back from the Natural Hair Fest run by Glenna Sandy, who is my hairstylist. She is the one who's responsible for doing all this stuff. And I decided that I would do my May wrap up here. So a number of things happened in May that were fantastic. The first is that I had a birthday. So on May 1st, I turned 11, and it was a milestone birthday, and it was really good because I spent a lot of time sort of thinking about the past decades of my life and some of the things that I've learned along the way. So that was really great. I also had the opportunity to go to WizCon. So if you are a member of this channel, then you know all about WizCon, because I feel like the past 5 or 6 videos that I posted have been about WizCon. So WizCon was absolutely amazing. There are more videos to come because I have a lot of footage that I haven't yet had an opportunity to process. Okay, in terms of books, I read 3.5 books in May. So I read 2 books written by N.K. Jemisin. I listened to them over audiobooks, Audible. So they are The 100,000 Kingdoms and what's the second one? So book 1 and book 2 of the Broken Kingdoms trilogy. I just can't remember the other one. But anyway, they were really amazing reads. I enjoyed them. I really enjoyed the narrator, so I was happy about that. And I find that listening to books that I've already read adds a whole new dimension to the experience that I think I'm digging. I wasn't sure that I would, but I also find that when you have a commute where you've got to, walk to a bus stop, get onto a train, get off, walk, it's a lot easier to listen to books than to have them in your hand. So I found that I got through more books that way. I also started reading Kai Ashanti Wilson. So the first book that I read by Wilson was Sorcerer of the Wild Deeps. So you'll know from my haul that I was really excited to get into that because the Solar Power reading group is reading A Taste of Honey, and Sorcerer of the Wild Deeps is sort of like the precursor to this. It's not quite a sequel, not quite a series, but it's a precursor to the story, and it sort of introduces you to the world. So I was really excited to get into that world. Number one, because I like being introduced and immersed into different fantasy worlds. I would describe this as high Afrofuturist fantasy, so really amazing work. These are novellas, really accessible and easy to read. But the most important thing, and I guess this is fitting since we're coming into Pride Month, is that the 2 main characters in Sorcerer of the Wild Deep, and also I would say in A Taste of Honey, are men who are in love. And there are very, 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 very few science fiction fantasy novels that have healthy depictions of male gay relationships. And the way that Wilson picks up the subtleties, in particular the challenges faced by men loving men, black men loving black men, or men of color loving men of color. The way he picks it up is really touching because he gets at the violence that's experienced by men who love men in the open, especially when they are soldiers and warriors and have to contend with different expressions of masculinity. Both of the books get to homophobia in the family and violence and what happens when you are coming out in your family in a community that doesn't care for you and a family doesn't care for you, how you have to find love and family elsewhere, which are themes that I think a lot of queer folks can identify with. And then there's magic and gods and power and sorcery and family and chosen family and duty. So I'm really thankful that I've had the opportunity to read this work. I was really looking forward to reading particularly gay male books. So I'm happy that Wilson has written this, and I'm happy that I'm privileged to be able to get into the story, and it certainly has taught me a lot about my own beliefs. But I want to say something about that because there's something that I've noticed on my channel, which I'll just mention, every time I post a video that has to do really squarely with queer or gay themes, within 24 hours of that video going up, I lose a few subscribers. Now that's okay, because people need to just subscribe to whatever channels they want to and unsubscribe at their leisure, which I do. But I just want to put it out there that I noticed that. And this channel is decidedly black, queer, and Afrofuturist. I make no apologies. That's how I identify. I also think that these books contribute a great deal to the literature by dealing with issues that only black, queer individuals can speak to from an own voice's perspective. So I see y'all as you subscribe and unsubscribe, but I do hope that as I talk more about this content, that it can be eye-opening for those of you who stay, and also for those of you who kind of just find your way here, watch it, and go. So I'm grateful for those who stay, and I'm also grateful for those who leave. That said, what else do I have to say to you in terms of the May wrap-up? I think that's it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in future ones. Bye for now.